yesterday was so much fun, and I really want to vlog the whole thing. The issue with vlogging the whole thing is I would have missed out on so many details. The story that I could tell would give you a lot better of a picture in your head than if I went over there and vlogged, because so many little cool things happen, and it was just impeccable, incredible, astonishing. Every word you can think of to describe amazing was yesterday, and always will be. It was just so sick. So I decided I would put together this little storytelling vlog for you guys, and it would just kind of work like that. That kind of was the plan yesterday. Anyways, so let's get right into it. Yesterday I went to the Sticks. Now basically the Sticks are this kind of long, vast area between Maple Ridge and Hope. You can't get there on a bus, or I guess you can get there on a bus, but it's really sketchy busing over there. There's no really direct route on the transit system between Maple Ridge and Hope. If you want to get there, you either have to drive, walk, or bike. There's no other possible way of getting to Hope from Maple Ridge directly. So, yeah, no, we were chilling with this one girl named Emma, who always does these off-roading adventures in her car named Zach. Zach is this massive Ford Explorer, okay? Yeah, no, she goes off-roading in this all the time. She's kind of been off-roading all of her life, so she's pretty good at it. But basically, we have done this before. We went up to a little lake up beside Harrison. I don't know the exact name of the lake, but we went off-roading with her before. We went to this place called 20 Mile, and it was pretty sick. Check this out.
Summer days are just a magazine, a magazine, a magazine. Cutting grass for gasoline, so I can see it soon. Fall, swoon left me drunk in a field, dandelion wine for a year. And I packed up the dust of all
That is a pretty cool castle.
Handkerchief hung from the pole. I rolled out the day that the apples fell.
So, yeah, no, we've been off-roading with her before, and it's really fun, but this time was going to be a lot different, because we were kind of just exploring all of the Sticks, the whole area in between Hope and Hope and Maple Ridge. So we left and picked up this one girl named Sarah. Sarah is Emma's friend Julia's cousin, if that makes any sense. I introduce you guys to Sarah over here. Sarah was on the adventure today and was on an earlier adventure that I tried to vlog, but it got really dark and I was really not feeling it, so I didn't vlog it, but we went out to Pitt Lake a little while ago. chill girl who lives outside of Maple Ridge, and we always go and pick her up whenever we do little adventures like this. Like, we went to Pitt Lake with her, and we went to the Olive Garden one time, but it's literally just been an evolution of adventuring, and we met her along the way. So, yeah, no, today, I guess the initial plan was to go up to Stave Lake. I say today, but I mean yesterday. You know what I mean. The initial plan was to go up to Stave Lake, chill there until it got dark, and then headed back. But whenever you adventure with Emma, whenever you go off and adventure with Emma, it never ends right there. Especially if it's at like 4 o'clock. So I kind of anticipated that we were going to go chill for a lot longer. But basically, we went over to Stave Lake. And went off-roading. And I'm telling you right now, going up Stave Lake was literally like going down Niagara Falls in a barrel.
This house is a whole secret.
It's just so bumpy. It's like you're pushing left and right, and it's crazy bumpy. It's the most, like, one of the bumpiest things you can do is go like 50 miles an hour up the Stave Lake Trail. It's one of the bumpiest things I've done. Besides that, and flying in like a 30-mile-an-hour crosswind, like, it's crazy. So we were going all the way up, and just listening to Emma's country music, and then like it was a great overall environment, taking pictures, and the view was impeccable. Just going all the way up this little road was just crazy. It was actually to die for. I don't know how to describe it besides it was incredible.
I'm gone shameless. Let my heart take me there. This house is quite the talker. She creaks and moans. She keeps me
Because it actually was absolutely incredible. And it's something that you easily won't get in any other province. I feel like that's another thing that British Columbia is really, that I'm really thankful for growing up in British Columbia, because it has a lot of these spectacular views, spectacular experiences that you're able to do. Now, we went all the way up to the bottom of the snow line. Now, basically the snow line is the line where the snow, it's hard to explain, but it's the line, it's the lowest point of the mountain where there's snow. We went up to the snow line on all the other mountains around us. So, we went in between Stave Lake and Alouette Lake. We drove to the top of this little kind of hill plateau thing, and we parked Zach on the hill plateau thing, and I just set my camera up and just took a whole, just took in the view, dude. Like, it was incredible. Like, no, you don't get that anywhere else in the world. So we sat up at the top of this little plateau for a little bit, just taking pictures after picture after picture. And then finally, we went back down. If you thought going up was bumpy, you should have seen going down. I have vlogged in some of the craziest places you can think of, but the hardest place to vlog is in Emma's car, because whenever I try to vlog in here, it's always going up and down and moving in any direction you can possibly think of. Basically, it was just crazy. It was just the amount of bumping left and right and up and down was crazy, and Emma was like, you should probably roll down your window because so your head doesn't whack up against the window. And so I was like, oh yeah, that's probably what that's for. That's probably why everyone else in the car has their windows done down. But no, I didn't want, I felt like if we hit one big rock, I would have jumped up and like literally gotten knocked out. Like, It was that crazy. So, yeah, no, we continued on up the highway all the way through to Hope. We found another person. Just managing to stay awake. Sarah's like falling asleep over there. Brandon is chilling and Emma's driving. But basically we're going up to Hope now. Honestly, these Emma adventures are pretty crazy. Right down after Stave Lake. Right down at the bottom of Stave Lake, we drove all the way up to Hope. And that was pretty crazy. That was pretty crazy because we drove to Hope, all the way to Hope, which by the way is a pretty long drive from Stave Lake. We drove all the way up the highway. I don't know if it was Lougheed Highway or Highway 1. It was dark and at night. I was a little confused. But we drove all the way up the highway until we got to Hope. And then we got out of the car. And I thought we were just going on like a little hike and there's gonna be a cool little view. And you could see like all the city lights. But we went, well, here, check this out. In metal, and we're walking down an uncharted road. So if I get killed or raped, I'm at Croft Road, whatever that's supposed to be. Oh my god! What? The actual? No way. Dude, it's a bus. It's some sort of bus, what? So yeah, no, we came back from that and we saw the broken down, beaten up school bus. That's why we drove to Hope. And then we walked down and went to the kind of like the riverbanks outside of Hope, and it was really sick because there was a little bit of sand, and we were kind of on an island. Let me explain. We were on an island because when the tide gets really high, the water comes in and isolates this little piece of land off from the surrounding area because the tide can get really high and it can be really icky to go try and walk through. So we were basically standing at on this little island, and it was really cool. There was like this little cane, some sort of cane. It looked like Hawaiian sugar cane, but it definitely wasn't. So yeah, we went over there, came back, and then headed off to Harrison Hot Springs. And we chilled at Harrison Hot Springs, sat down, and literally just took everything in. It was just really sick, I won't lie. And then I thought I saw this like little dolphin, and I realized that there's no dolphins inside of Harrison Lake, and I was like, oh look, it's a dolphin, but it was probably just a piece of birchwood. And then I literally went out of the car with a thing of crackers to look and try and to look for the dolphin and feed it. But I guess as I was walking out of the car, I realized that this is a lake and there's no dolphins. So I was a little depressed, I won't lie. I wish that there was dolphins over in Harrison Lake. But besides that, it was just an incredible adventure. We went up there. When you looked over at Harrison, if you're looking down the lake, you can see just all the little city lights popping up in different colors of red, and they decorated it up for Christmas. So there was a little bit of blue and yellow, and oh my gosh, it was the most beautiful thing I'd seen in a long time. And that was yesterday. That was the most incredible day I've had in a little while. And then we finished off at a McDonald's, and I think this is just the outstanding part of the whole entire day. At the McDonald's, there is just a squad of McDonald's workers looking at us and throwing as much shade as they possibly could. They went into the lowest, deepest part of their body to throw shade at us. Like, they were very, very chapped. So of course I vlogged about it. McDonald's right now, and the shade is going down. There's different co-workers all bitching to each other, either outside or at the cash register, and it's pretty ridiculous. Of course, I vlogged about it. So yeah, no, that was really, really fun. That was by far one of the coolest things I've done in a little while. And I know this vlog is going to be really long, but I hope you guys can see Emma Adventures are super cool. And if you ever get invited on to go on one, I highly recommend you check it out, because it is a once in a lifetime experience. You don't get to see stuff like that anywhere else in the world, especially in British Columbia. It's just, I'm so thankful I live here. I'm so thankful that I have these friends around me, that I have this group of people who are so nice and so kind and allow me to do things like this. And so I want to dedicate this vlog to all of you guys, all of you out there who are my friends, personal acquaintances, anyone who's, come in contact with me and just said, hey, you vlog, you're a cool dude. Because if it wasn't for you, I definitely wouldn't have half the experiences that I get to experience on a regular. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have this channel. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have these memories that I'm going to tell my kids one day. So yeah, no, it's a really big thing to me, and I wanted to thank you guys all for that.